Hey, what's going on, guys? We got another fly tying video here for you today. If you did not see my comp recap video that came out last week, first of all, go watch it. Second of all, this is the chiromonid pattern that really did the work for me in my last session. Well, more specifically, the last hour of my second session. Picked up 4 fish for kind of like a comeback tie for second at the end. So I figured we'd tie it up for you today on the vise. So the hook we're going to be using today is the Hanukkah. Can't really see it in there, can you? It's the Hanukkah Competition 390 BL in a size 12. As far as thread goes, we're going to be using some Vivas black 16-aught thread, and we're just going to start that right behind the eye of the hook. Get rid of that scrap. And for the gills, I'm using this Hairline Ice Fur Polar. Polar Bear Cream is actually the real color. But I'm going to tie that in right behind the eye. Oop, rolled over on me. Right behind the eye, a couple wraps, and then I like to pull it back, put some right in front of it, kind of sits it up, keeps it out of the way of the eye of the hook, and we'll cut this extra off, and pull this guy tight, pull this guy tight, and cut that pretty close. Alright, cover up all that stuff. And then we're going to tie in some Flashaboo tinsel. This is just a silver colored tinsel. Tie that. I like to tie pretty far down the bend of the hook, and then I just come back over, just kind of covering everything up, make sure I don't got any silver showing through, make sure none of the hook is showing through, but still not trying to build up too much. Trying not to build up too much thread because I don't want it to be a thick fly. And that's pretty good. And the old adage with the chiromonid patterns is 6 wraps for the ribs, or 7 for the ribs. I try to do the same thing. I don't think it really matters all that much, but I just try to get nice even wraps all the way up the shank of the hook. Not have that happen. I am a little picky with my wraps. Again, I don't know if it necessarily matters, it's just I like how it looks. And tie that down. I think only 6 are going to end up showing here after I tie in the thorax. But I take 2 pieces of peacock herl and pull that out. Tie those guys in. And I just give this about 3 or 4 wraps kind of forward in front of each other. Probably 3 this time. Made the thorax a little bit smaller than I typically go with these, but I think it'll be okay. Cut that off, that's secure. And for a little bit of durability, I like to throw a little bit of crazy glue on my thread. A little bit of crazy glue on my thread. And add a couple of thread wraps where I just tied down that herl. That, and then we whip finish. Whip finish that. We cut the thread, and then the last thing is I like to come over top of the body. Otherwise this fly is pretty fragile. Tinsel likes to get annihilated by the fish's teeth. So I put some UV resin over top of that. I typically put one layer down, kind of harden it quick, and then I put a second layer over top. And that's just kind of how I typically do it. I don't always trust the first layer. And we cure all that. And that's it. That's the finished product. Great fly. Very simple fly, but worked for me. Hopefully it worked for you. I look forward to fishing this fly a little bit more this coming spring, kind of seeing what it has to offer. But if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And we will see you guys in the next one. Take care, y'all.